Well, what a game and what a performance for Luka Doncic. And yes, the guy that many Laker fans had already given up on. I wish I were joking about that, but there have truly been comments saying that Luka Doncic sucks, he's not good for their team, they shouldn't have made the trade, and I think he proved all the comments wrong about that tonight. Having 19 points during the first half, including 3 made 3-point shots, getting pretty much anything he wanted against Denver's defense, whether it be in isolation, in the open court, pick and roll plays, targeting Jokic at times, getting pretty much anything he wanted and anywhere on the court that he wanted. Overall finishing with 30 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists to only 1 turnover by the way, and 4 steals on top of it. Playing really good defense and showing what he can do as he gets more comfortable within their offense and overall finding a better flow. And between the three of Luka Doncic, LeBron James, and Austin Reeves, they combine for 78 points. And not to mention on very good efficiency, Luka shooting about 45% from the field and 44% from beyond the arc, Austin shooting 54% from the field and 57.1% from 3, and then LeBron shooting 58% from the field, 11 of 19 overall, and then 25% from the 3-point line. Definitely good efficiency. Between the three of them, they got anywhere they want to on the court. LeBron attacking the basket over and over again, whether it be in the half court or the full court setting. Austin taking guys in isolation, drawing fouls, and between all three of them, not only the 78 points, but then about 17 trips to the free throw line. So very good performance to them, attacking Denver in multiple ways, really pressuring their defense, and ultimately being too much for their defense. And well, I imagine they had Denver somewhat confused, and it definitely looked like it out there too. I mean, the last time they matched up, the Lakers' offense was very different, running more so through the post and Anthony Davis, who is no longer here. Now they got Luka Doncic, and it's a very different style of play for their offense. They definitely tried different things tonight, whether it was Luka Doncic or LeBron James or Reeves or whoever it might be. Definitely a different look for their offense, and Denver had no answer for it. And then on top of that, the way the Lakers went at Denver in this game definitely was the right approach if you ask me. I mean, you don't want to try and match their style of play, not trying to play more physical than them, not playing bigger than them. I know some people thought that might be the answer, and trying to play guys like Trey Jemison and Alex Len against Jokic, trying to quote-unquote stop Nikola Jokic, definitely not a real thing by the way, and definitely not a good way to attack the matchup with them. Whether you're talking about Jokic or simply their team in general, trying to be more physical than them or trying to outsmart them in the half-court setting is not the right way to match up with them. And rather, the Lakers took a different approach, playing faster, more sped up, putting more of an emphasis on the open court and trying to run whenever they could, and that really took the Nuggets out of their flow and really discombobulated their defense too. I mean, by halftime, Denver had 11 first half turnovers, with Jokic and Murray accounting for 6 of them, really confusing them and putting a lot of pressure on them. I mean, they threw double teams at Jokic, constant pressure with slight double teams or shadow coverage here and there, maybe the occasional push off, not enough to be drawn a foul on, but simply enough to throw him off a bit, and a bunch of different actions on him, both defensively and offensively, drawing him in the actions offensively, making him defend the perimeter, putting him in pick and roll situations, and simply doing a lot to disorientate him and Jamal Murray, which ultimately did work out well for their team. And again, like I've been saying for quite some time now, that's the right way to attack them, not trying to play their style of play and trying to do what they do well on the court. That's not it. Not trying to be bigger than them, not trying to be more physical than them, or do anything that they do well on the court. Try to take them out of their game plan and what they do well, and make them do something that they're not good at doing, aka defending the 3-point line, running the court, playing faster and more up-tempo style of play, and doing what the Lakers did tonight. And well, the main takeaway, if not a really big takeaway from that, is that the Lakers not win from 1, 2, or even 3 guys alone. This is definitely a team win for them, a combination of guys putting in a really good team effort, both offensively and defensively. Yes, Luka, LeBron, and Austin did combine for about 80 points, but they don't win this game without guys like Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, Jared Vanderbilt, Jordan Goodwin, a bunch of combination of guys off the bench and simply in their rotation, playing good defense to them, making the hustle plays, rebounding well, doing a lot of the little things on the court that don't really show up in the box score. I mean, for a guy like Dorian Finney-Smith, we talk about this a lot, but per usual, led their team in plus-minus rating despite only having 3 points, having a plus 21 rating on the court, playing great defense to them, taking on the matchup from a guy like Nikola Jokic at times, Jamal Murray at times, Michael Porter Jr., doing a lot for them that simply doesn't show up on the box score. I mean, same thing for a guy like Jared Vanderbilt, only playing about 6.5 minutes to their team, but a very productive and useful playing time on the court. During the first half, he came in and directly matched up with Nikola Jokic, and that was a very awkward matchup for Jokic. He wanted to be physical with Vanderbilt, outweighing him by about 50 pounds if not more than that, and tried to push him around, but that led to him picking up 2 fouls, including then a later flagrant foul on Denver. Even though Vanderbilt himself committed 5 fouls during the game, it was a very awkward matchup for Denver, with Vanderbilt getting a couple steals on the court, really causing mayhem on the court, and between guys like himself, Dorian Finney-Smith, Gabe Vincent, and Jordan Goodwin. They caused a lot of havoc on defense and were really a tough matchup for Denver, and were a big part of this win that won't get talked about very much, but I'm definitely going to mention them. With all of that being said though, great game for the Lakers and great win for them. A lot of people have been talking about they have not had a quality win yet, or at least not with Luka Doncic, but I think this will definitely qualify for it. And with that in mind here, I'll let you hear about what JJ Redick had to say about it, and how they can maintain this play going forward.
Things you would have to imagine what stands out the most to you about tonight.
I thought our guys' conviction to execute a game plan and stick with that game plan was excellent. I told the group this, there are certain moments throughout the season that, you just get up for. And, I pretty much haven't slept since we walked off the court in Portland. And, I just spent a lot of time on this game. Our staff spent a lot of time on this game. I envision our guys playing hard. They played harder than I could have envisioned. They battled tonight. And those are the two things that stood out.
You had mentioned before the game you wanted to see Luka enter a certain mode. I can't remember exactly what your words were.
Blackout episode.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
He got one. At the end of the first half when he hit the three right in front of our bench, 63-52. He started screaming.
Okay.
I don't know who he was screaming at, but he started screaming. It was great.
He looked kind of like Luka, right? But
yeah.
Can you just describe what you saw from him?
No, he was great. He controlled the game when he had the ball in his hands, made some great decisions. I thought the way he handled the shock with Jokic up in pick and roll early, getting us good looks, getting Jackson 2 layups. They had to go to other options. And then on the other end, it was, a top-notch defensive game from him. And again, that was all our guys. They battled and they competed and they executed at a really high level.
Big part of the game plan was having Rui physically meet Jokic and deny. I think 7 shot attempts, for him.
Yeah.
Is the tied for a season low this year. How good was Rui in that job tonight, and how good team-wise were you with really just making it difficult for them to even get Nikola the ball?
Yeah, I mean, again, he leads the NBA in touches. He's going to touch the ball, and we tried to limit his touches as much as possible. Thought Rui was outstanding. He was a warrior tonight, a warrior, and all the guys that had primary turns on him. LeBron at one point, Vando for sure, setting the tone with his physicality. Doe as well, and then anytime a small got switched on again, we just stuck with what we were trying to do, and had to live with some things, but that's what we were willing to live with.
And then to the second question, in terms of, obviously Luka dealt with a pretty big shock to his world when he played, and so you guys spoke, but how important do you think it'll be for him to have played a game like this now in a Lakers uniform as he moves forward with the organization?
Yeah, I think, again, the sort of return to normalcy and in some ways a new normal that we're trying to create for him, there are steps to all of that for it to become his new normal. And you need, in some ways, like what about Bob? You need baby steps, and tonight was a baby step.
There's no way you've seen What About Bob.
My staff hasn't even seen What About Bob.
I've never heard of that.
Bill Murray. It's a Bill Murray movie. Yeah, it's an excellent movie. Richard Dreyfuss. Baby steps to the elevator. Baby steps to the elevator.